Alright, morning. It is Monday morning, and I ship 6 days a week, 91 cents. So, skew all these up and go snag them from stores. Probably couldn't hear me at all. What's up? So, I am about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm about halfway through shipping, a little under halfway through shipping. So I've got some men's on cloud shorts that I've got here. Purchased for $1.50, I believe, maybe $3. Let's see. We'll see in a second. But they sold for $29.87 on promotion. These ones I kept getting offers for 20 bucks, and I would counter at 25. I'd counter at 25, and then they'd expire. Where is... Yeah. Oh, I paid $1.50 for these. So the local thrift by me sells non-name brand shorts, which they must not have recognized the brand. Non-name brand shorts for $3, and I got there on a 50% off clothing day. So I got these on cloud men's shorts in a blue, like the running shorts. I got them for where's my for $1.50, and like I said, sold for $29.87. Costs $4.74 to ship that the buyer paid, and here's where I have to do math. My fees were $6.62. And I know I don't have to, but I still record what the buyer paid for sales tax. So my profit on those was $21.75 for the best profit of the day. I already shipped these ones, but my second best profit of the day was a pair of vintage 70s and 80s U.S. Army green utility trousers. And I paid $3 for those, sold them for like $27 or something like that. And I profited, so I paid $2.80 for those at the bins. Sold them for $26.87. Shipped them to Oregon and profited $19.08. So that is pretty good. All right, what do we got next here? 2008. These are just a pair of where are we at? Regular fit, tapered leg, women's Levi's. All right. Where are these headed to? These are going to Washington. Ooh, yeah, with the new shipping rates. My max that I used to ship to the West Coast, besides Alaska and Hawaii, was $10. Now it went up 71 cents. These are going to Washington for $10.71. 2 pounds in a 19 by 15 poly. And let me go ahead and find our skew and my sheet. I paid $2.51 for those. I believe I sold those on an offer. Yeah, let them go for $10. So, if you pay $2.51 for an item at the bins, ship them for $10.71. You pay $3.27 in fees. They paid $1.88 in sales tax. So my profit there was only $4.22. But that means I got my original back, and I made, what is that? That's 150% on it. 150% profit, I should say. Okay, next thing is, where is it on my sheet? These are some old, I experimented buying some Old Navy boot cuts. From the bins, of course. Not paying thrift store prices for Old Navy. These are Old Navy mid-rise kicker boot cuts. Dark wash in a size 14. They're women's, obviously. Where are these going? These are going to Massachusetts. $7.67 is what they paid to ship 2-pound package to Massachusetts. I always have trouble saying that word. Maybe it's the Michigan in me. There you go. Pat, Massachusetts. Enjoy your jeans. Let's find sell here. Oh, I got those in the same trip to the bins. So $2.51. I just average my, I don't go by weight. I just average my what's it called? Take my entire bill from the bins and divide it by whatever however many items I've got at the end. So that sold for $11. So I got $1 more, but what is that? $2.50 less in shipping. And the fees were $2.77 and no taxes. Okay. So, which leaves me with a profit of $5.72. So, 200% profit on those. What do we got next? Oh, these are I switched poly mailers for a certain amount of time because I found them super cheap. There's a reason they're super cheap. These things suck. They're way thinner. They don't feel as nice. They look all wrinkly. They don't look as professional. Okay. These 1909. Oh, it's backwards there because I'm on a 1909 Levi's Signature Relaxed. I know a lot of people don't buy Levi's Signature, but if you get them at the bins and they're decent, and they're a decent cut and style. All right, these are going to Texas for $8.98. Print. I use a Jaden's printer, thermal printer, that I bought on Facebook Marketplace for $25 with a whole stack of labels that I've since used, and now I use a roll of labels. 1909. Okay, and we find then we find our SKU. Paid $2.40 for those, and I'm sure I took a offer on them. Let's see, yeah, $10 offer. Took a lot of offers this weekend. I was really trying to just let things go. I feel like if you take offers, all of a sudden you get an influx of offers and interest. So $8.98 for shipping, $2.81 for eBay fees, leaves me with a $4.79 profit, so almost exactly 200% profit on those. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 left. Back to our orders. All right, what do we got next? So these are some floral American Eagle mom shorts, like some white shorts with some, I think they're daisies all over them. They are a size 12, and so it's getting to be close to the middle of August, so I'm just trying to get summer stuff out. We are at these are 15 ounces, 15 ounce rate, going to Louisiana for $6.49. I let them go for $9.50 for the shorts. So the nice thing about getting shorts and stuff from the bins is, as you can tell by the 15 ounce rate, wait, like you get way more items for cost. Okay, what were these? 1878 was the SKU. 1878 is my SKU. So I must have bought some heavy stuff at that point too, because those were $2.11 averaged. Like I said, $9.50 for the sale price. Shipping them on the 11th. $6.49 for shipping. $2.56 for fees. They paid a flat dollar in tax. So about 225% profit on those. And what are we on next? This is a Prana short sleeve button-up shirt. In a size large. I had two of these exact ones, one in large, one in extra large. Just sold for $14.87 plus shipping on promotion. It's an 8-ounce rate, going to South Carolina. Dan in South Carolina, come on down. Yeah, this was a decent weekend in sales. Last weekend was slow. 1803 was our SKU. Yeah, that cost me $3 for that shirt. And it's the 11th. And how much did I say for shipping? Oh, come on, computer. Alright, so $4.74 only for shipping. Cool. I did pay ad fee. So quick math, $3.94 total between regular eBay fees and promotion. They paid $1.37 in sales tax. Gives me $7.93, so that's 250% profit almost. No, wait. 266% profit. Yep, that's it. Alright, 2 left. Ugh, one of those stupid cheap polys again. And what are we looking at? This is an Eddie Bauer fishing t-shirt. I should not have picked this up. I sat on it for forever. I'm shocked and amazed that it sold. But sometimes I don't make the greatest decisions. What did I say? 1623. Eddie Bauer fish t-shirt. I figured it'd sell for... Oh, wow. This is the guy's... Is this his first eBay sale? Second eBay sale. Second eBay purchase. He bought something last year, and since then, this is his second purchase. Your second eBay purchase is an Eddie Bauer fish t-shirt for $7.87. Man, what is going on with your life, bro? Anyways. It's going to be 8-ounce rate. Going to Logan in Illinois. $4.86 to ship from where I live near Grand Rapids, Michigan, to Illinois, which would have been closer to like $4.40 about a month ago. But I digress. USPS can take more money, whatever. 1623 is the SKU. $1.89 is what I paid for that. So $7.87. That was my asking price, dude. Paid my asking price. I bought that all the way back in March. What did I say it was? Shipping cost. Ooh, gotta refresh here. $4.86. Highway robbery. Highway robbery. $2.13 in fees. 92 cents. The buyer paid to the state of Illinois. $3.85. So that would be 200% profit. All right, last order. Levi's signature women's mid-rise bootcut denim blue jeans, 28 by 30 Western cowboy. I'll have my keywords on that thing. This is the SKU number 1443. Started at 1,000. So we will see how long I've held these for. $10 flat to go to California. I believe That's Southern California. Alex in Southern California. My dad lives in Southern California. Getting hungry. But I was thinking of fasting today. Maybe I shouldn't. Okay, what were we? 1443. What was a skew on that guy? 1443. $2.10 for those, and I bought them back on February 27th. How much should I let these go for? Oh, they paid full price. It always amazes me when people pay full price on eBay. Like, cool, I appreciate it, but like, you could have sent me an offer and I'd give you at least 10% off. That's what I send out on everything. If I listed it 5 minutes ago and I've got watchers, I send them 10% off because I want to move things. And it was $10 for a label, $3.57 for fees, and they paid the great state of California $1.07 for the right to purchase. So $8.20. So that means that is a nearly 400% profit in 165 days. So, all right. Thanks for shipping half my orders with me. Peace.